Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about the biological basis, the biological foundation for healthy, positive thinking, where people are not feeling depressed, they're upbeat, they're feeling good about themselves, their self-esteem's good. When I was younger, when I was going through all of my health problems, I remember when I was 14, 15, I was a really happy kid. You know, really upbeat, really positive, didn't have any problems with interacting with people, didn't have any mental retardation or anything like that, everything was fine, singing, dancing, laughing, just a generally happy kid. And I remember when I started feeling really bad, you know, around 14, 15, and I had this kind of derealization, eczema, ear infections, all this really terrible stuff, headaches, and at the time I kind of put it down to depression, but I was very feeling really guilty, thinking, well, how can I be depressed? I was such a nice person, a decent individual. I was brought up well. Why all of a sudden am I just depressed? You know, and it's one of the reasons why I didn't really go to the doctors about this at the time, because I just didn't want my family to think I had a mental problem. I just was like, this can't be the case. And over the years, especially doing the Nutritional Balancing program, I realised that actually a lot of the reasons why I wasn't feeling positive and I was feeling depressed and down is because biologically I had a lot of problems. Now I think this is a massive hole in the whole system of mental issues. I genuinely believe if the biology of a person is how it should be, then a lot of the time depressions and anxieties and low self-esteem, mood swings just kind of disappear. And it's one thing that I noticed while I was doing the Nutritional Balancing program, is that when I started to heal my body and my biology just improved, I just started feeling better and happier. And this kind of goes up and up and up and up and up, and it just got to a point where I was like, whoa, can it go up any further? And it got to a point where I was just feeling upbeat anyway, just feeling generally quite happy most of the time. And I noticed that when I did things that wasn't on the program, or that I knew that I shouldn't have done, I just felt crap. And it wasn't because I was mentally thinking about it, it was just biologically things was not right. And it was a huge lesson for me to realise that, wow, if I just keep my body healthy in general, I'm going to feel good, I'm going to feel happy, I'm going to feel upbeat, I'm going to be telling jokes and smiling and laughing and just, you know, happy-go-lucky sort of guy. That's the person that I started to become. And it's all down to the fact that we don't look after our bodies, and it makes us feel depressed. Now there's a few things I'm going to talk about which you need to, all of these are just as important as each other, and especially I found is, you know, I can vouch for this because these are the things that happened to me while I was going through the program. So number one is high cellular energy production. Most people's cells are just not happy and strong and, you know, vibrating at high frequency. And, you know, when your cells of the energy are feeling is not there, you're going to feel down as a whole unit, as a whole biological unit. So super important to always be rested, always have plenty of sleep. You know, don't be running around all the time, because that's what's going to make you feel much better. But all of these work together as a unit. Number two, balanced blood sugar. I noticed that when I used to eat a bit of sugar, you know, I would just feel depressed because my sugar would go up, and maybe I'd feel alright for not long, 15 minutes, and then my blood sugar would plummet and I'd feel terrible again. And as my blood sugar became more balanced, I just had this balanced sensation all day. But again, it all needs to work together. You know, it's okay having balanced blood sugar, but maybe the next one is balanced hormones. Maybe if I was losing a lot of semen a lot of the time, then my hormones would be low and I would just be feeling kind of not too good. So that's the third one, is balanced hormones. You'd be surprised how good hormones make you feel. As a guy, I can tell you now that when my testosterone is high, I feel so much better. I feel more manly, I feel more grounded, I feel more confident, I've got more self-esteem, I've got more drive, just everything changes when I've got good high hormones, and that takes a long time to kind of build up. But again, if it's alright having high hormones, but maybe I'll go and eating chocolate cake, and I'll be feeling down and depressed because my blood sugar's out of balance. Individual minerals are really important, so things like zinc make you feel really good in general. Having a good sodium potassium level. I'll talk about some minerals that are going to make you feel crap a bit further on. Vitamin nutrition, so the power of the nutrients in the vitamins. A good example is, I can tell the different, like if I go and eat organic fresh food, I just feel this lightness, this more energy, there's just something about it, whereas if I go to somewhere like Sunday Carvery, for example, which isn't the worst meal in the world, definitely not, it's much better than most, but they're using kind of frozen, processed vegetables, and I can just tell that they're just not as vibrant, they've just not got as much energy inside of them, and it's so important to get good vitamin nutrition. Next one is one's oxidation rate. So anyone that's following the Nutritional Balancing Program knows the oxidation rate. You've got slow oxidation, you've got fast oxidation. The best way to look at oxidation rate is a little bit like going down a motorway or a freeway if you're American, and anyone that's in slow oxidation is just in the slow lane going like 30 miles an hour, and life is just going past them and they're just feeling sluggish, they can't keep up with anyone, they just don't feel good, you just feel down, depressed, despair is what happens to people in really slow oxidation. Then you got the opposite, which is fast oxidation, when you're going down the fast lane too quick, and you would think that would make you feel good, but it doesn't. It's very anxiety producing. Often these people are irritable, anxious all the time, they just can't slow down. So the best is just in the middle, where you're just going forwards, everything's fine, do you know what I mean? You're not too slow, you're not going too fast, you're just feeling content, feeling happy, feeling good about things. So the oxidation rate is super important. Generally on a hair analysis test, the Hill pattern is a good way of seeing whether someone's feeling positive. Celebration, the sodium potassium ratio can also do that. So there's an article on Dr. Wilson's website that I'm kind of skimming through. It's called The Biological Basis for Positive Thinking, and he talks about a woman in here called Jane. Jane experimented with prayer, visualization, affirmations to help her think positively. I'm sure we've all tried to do that. You know what I mean? Oh, if you think positive, do these affirmations, think like this, think like that, you're going to feel better. She joined a positive thinking church, but she was still plagued by feelings of depression. Eventually, Jane made a connection that negative thoughts arose when her energy was low. At these times, her body was sending her messages that all is not well, which translated into fears and worries on an emotional level. People with a lot of energy tend to be positive thinkers. That's happened to me. I mean, God, I was in this position for many years, just feeling crap, and I tried all these mental exercises, CBT, various psychological things, affirmations, positive thinking, and it just didn't work. And after a while, once I detoxed and got my cells running better, I just started feeling just much better, to a point where there was times I was just feeling great, and I was like, whoa, this is how I should feel. It's important to realise that the body is built for happiness and contentment and love, and you're just going to follow basic rules that the body needs to feel good. So people with high energy generally have much better self-esteem. Energy enables us to take risks and move ahead in our lives. Risks are important things in life, to take some healthy risks. People buy energy. That's one thing I've noticed so much, is that if you go into a room and you've got energy and spark and charisma, do you know what I mean? If you're going for a job interview, probably the person who's got more energy is going to be the one who's going to be more further up the list. Even with someone who's got really high qualifications going in there, not really looking them in the eye, hunched over shoulders, all this stuff, people buy energy. I've really noticed that. It's really, really incredible. Energy makes decision makings and daily coping much easier. Energy is often necessary to stand up to people and defend yourself. Like, I've been times when I'm just feeling crap and you want to defend yourself because someone said something that's annoying. Energy, personal relationships, this is a big one. Like, being in a relationship with someone, or being in a relationship with friends, or being around family, like, takes up energy. Like, it takes up a lot of energy, and you need extra energy to kind of do that. And finally, children with abundant energy get sick less and do better at school. So basically, these whole things as a unit are all needed in order to make you feel good about yourself. So that's it really. Or quickly, there's some individual minerals that really like cause you to not think well. So iron poisoning causes feelings of anger and hostility. Iron settles in the amygdala and is associated with hostility. Copper toxicity, which is a huge one, associated with fears, anxiety, spaciness, violent behaviour, mood swings, schizophrenia. Zinc deficiency is associated with mood swings, emotional instability, and behaviour problems in children. High calcium magnesium causes apathy, withdrawal, lethargy, depression. Low levels are associated with irritability, aggressiveness, hyperactivity. Lead and cadmium toxicity associated with hyperactivity in children and violence in adults. Mercury toxicity causes timidness and shyness. Aluminium is associated with memory loss and mental confusion. Sodium is the volatility element. Too much causes anxiety and excessive emotions. Too little is associated with fatigue and lethargy. So we need to get rid of all of the crap that's in our system. We need to increase the cellular energy. It's a good thing to kind of write a note of this. Like, am I doing all these? Am I kind of keeping all these things in check? Like, if I'm not feeling good, maybe one of these things is out of balance. So, high cellular energy production. This can take months, if not years, to really change all the cells in your body. Balanced blood sugar. You can kind of do that straight away. Even if you have bad blood sugar issues, you can have like 6 meals a day, 7 meals a day. I had to eat 7 meals a day at one point. I mean, my blood sugar was so incredibly terrible. Balanced hormones. This can take a few months. Definitely in men, you need to stop masturbating and stop having a lot of sex. That's definitely going to slow you down and cause you to feel depressed. Mineral levels, are they all good? Obviously the program helps with that. Vitamin nutrition, good quality organic is going to be the best. Although don't be put off by what I said earlier. If you're struggling, definitely frozen and canned food is way better than the crappy junk food. Oxidation rate, this can take some time to really come into balance, but the Nutritional Balancing program really helps with that. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Remember, I've got a Patreon account with daily vlogs. So there's going to be one going up today. Check it out, patreon.com/Lewis Rowlands. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.